Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie's Wrestling Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on my social platforms in the banner. And hit me in the comments. I love talking to you guys. We're going to keep on rolling with this for the 2020 and get through this fucking winter because it snowed and I'm still very upset about that. It didn't snow bad, but it snowed enough. It's still a pandemic. And I get the feeling the worst hasn't even taken place yet. I think the worst is about to happen because some of you motherfuckers. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the content. Um, doing a little dump like I do. I don't just post once. I post 3, 4 topics at a time because I like to do it while it's hot and in my mind. Now for this one, I have to have a drink because I'm just going to be 100% honest and I'm going to tell you what I feel as a black woman watching a black woman go through things on TV that seem unnecessary and forced. Tone deaf is the only word to describe it. And furthermore, no man should be speaking for other people if they don't experience what these people experience. We have talked about this time and time and time and time again. Okay? So, a few AEWs ago, Brandy Rose came out and cut a promo with Dan Lambert, who literally comes out and talks cash shit for about a good 5 minutes. Um, she comes out, called him a low budget Paul Heyman. He said he liked Jim Cornette, but it's not just the way she keeps doing this thing that she's doing, but it's the connotation. And this pretty much wraps up, keeps wrapping into this representation thing. I don't know what what white people or people who aren't black see black women, but we have attitude, we have sass, grace, and style, and we know how to wield it. We also know how to go into the workroom and talk like this in order to make everyone else feel good. Hi, I'm Stephanie. How are you? That's good. Come on in, have a seat. Let's have a powwow. That's called code switching. Now, it's a difference between someone code switching because it's fun, i.e., this weird thing that's going on TikTok where like white girls are like, yeah, because I be out here doing the best I can per period. This how I talk because I grew up in the hood around black people and this is how I talk. Okay. Mm. And then when they're around their parents, I guarantee you it's like, yeah, mom, no problem. Like, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't want no issue, mom. Oh my god, back up, mom. We're not stupid. Code switching for black people is a survival tactic. So when I'm usually talking like this, and then I get mad and I probably sound like, you listen, don't come at me like that. Like I'm not even fucking with you right now. Step the fuck back, or I'm gonna set it on you. I'm gonna jaw the fuck out of you. Now, if I'm sounding like that, it's because the person in front of me knows what the fuck I'm talking about and understands my body language, is usually a black person. But if I'm upset at someone else, sometimes it doesn't come out like that. Sometimes I have to hold my composure because of the atmosphere I'm in, the place I'm at. Hence the term, I don't think that's a good idea the way you're behaving. Maybe we should go in front of HR and discuss this. Matter of fact, I'll just send an email and CC everyone that was involved in the altercation. See what I just did there? Right. So this is the issue that Brandy seems to be having, because Brandy thinks that it's cool to come out and put on airs when we have watched Brandy since she was eating on WWE, and this woman has never come off the way she's coming off. And I don't know who she's talking to, and I don't know who's giving her the heads up and saying, when you go out there, make sure you sister girl it. Make sure you take your earrings off and your shoes and you get it. You go through it. Brandy's like, what, 38, 39 years old? I'm going to say 40 tops. The reason why that works with Bianca Belair is because Bianca comes across useful and it fits her. She's always worn door knocker earrings, and when you pissed off, you take your earrings off. First of all, that's the universal sign for you about to get your ass beat in black girl world. That's nothing new. So why am I saying this to say that? Well, everyone is like the last part of this promo. Yeah, well, you a black belt in jujitsu? Well, I'm a black bitch. It was like, oh God. Do you really want that on the shirt, Brandy? Do you really want people in the audience to make a sign that says Brandy is a black bitch? First of all, let me help you guys understand something. There's a difference between that bitch and a black bitch. Okay? When Jade Cargill says, I'm that bitch, I am the one, the two, the three, the standard. When Sasha Banks says, I am the blueprint, I am the standard, I am that bitch, she is elevating herself above the other bitches. The bitch word is not used in a negative fashion or connotation because you can be that bitch, you can be queen bitch, you can be the bitch all the bitches are looking at. Like we can go on and on and on about how to use terms in a term of endearment. We can say, girl, let me tell you what happened today. What? He did this? No, he didn't. Yes, bitch. He did. Ooh, girl, you my bitch. That's not what was going on here. She called herself a black bitch. There's nothing positive in that statement. And the last thing we need is for a visibly dark skinned woman to be stepping into that role, calling herself a black bitch, when you have another dark skinned queen reminding everybody that she is that bitch. And that is the difference between connotations. Sounds crazy, I know, right? That's why you need black people in the background so they can help you understand these things because the audience is just like, oh, she called herself a bitch. Yeah. And the black people at home are like, ooh, no. No, ma'am. What are you doing? What are you doing? So then we have people reacting to the promo of Brandy and her black bitch nonsense, and we have the likes of Bully Ray, who's a big white man from what the fuck is that team he was in? I think this cocktail kicking in. What the fuck was he in? Whatever. Devon, get the tables. Devon, that group. Bully Ray said, I was reading on social media that people were having a problem that Brandy referred to herself as a black bitch. And I think I'm getting it right here. As a black bitch. And then she takes her heels off and is ready to fight. And what's wrong with that? It's sports entertainment, you fucking snowflakes. Give me a break. What's wrong with that? Well, it's not a good look. Don't go out there acting like something you're fucking not. It's not a good look. That's the fucking problem. We literally fight for representation and proper representation, not for somebody on another brand to roll that shit back because they can't find a niche or a spot on the show. You're supposed to be chief branding officer. What the fuck are you branding here? That you're a black bitch? That's the brand you want? I don't think that would fly right on a t-shirt. Brandy Rose, and she posed it and it say black bitch down the arm. I'm waiting for that t-shirt. I'm waiting for the t-shirt. It's very concerning to me. So with that being said, someone said, as a black man, I find all this drama around Brandy doing a bit of trash talking to be utterly pathetic. Sure, if you thought it was stupid or cringe, then fair enough. But to talk like it was offensive, get a grip. People talk in a certain way when they're angry sometimes, and that fucking deep. Especially when it's a white dudes getting offended on her behalf. Like I said, you're not a woman. You don't know the repercussions that these things can have. I guarantee you, she will move away from that black bitch nonsense. She did that shit with Jade Cargill to the point where she had to go on a fucking um interview spree to explain to people that she's from Detroit and she's black. And sometimes she does this instead of doing this. If you have to do all of that, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. That's why when WWE uses the word bitch, they literally just say it, you're a bitch. They don't be like, well, you a mixed bitch, well, you a white bitch, because it's just tasteless. Period. Now, before I go, for all of those that want to be stupid and act like they don't know what acting black is, it's the mannerisms, it's the tone, it's the look, it's the way you're talking, it's the caricature of it all. If this is not how you act on a regular, then yes, you are acting like a black person, not acting like a color, not acting like whatever. You know what the fuck you're doing, and you know what the fuck that means. So stop being obtuse and stupid and know what the fuck is going on. Because if you're going to sit here and act like you don't know what the fuck is going on, then don't add to the conversation. I've seen Brandy's YouTube channel. She's around black people and other people, non people, other non-black people, and she don't code switch even when she's lightly drunk. I've watched and suffered through Roads to the Top, and this bitch did not code switch not one time. And I can call her bitch because she called herself a bitch, right? So there we go. She didn't code switch one time. Actually, her mother sounded like this. And she complained that her mother was hard on her and went and played no games. The fact that she used the word heifer in 2020. What is this? A fucking black exploitation film? Who? This is the question because we're going to wrap it up. I'm not going to go long on this. Who is this? That promo is for who? When I saw that promo and I heard her say that, and I literally said, ugh, who in the world was that promo supposed to reel in? Was that supposed to be for me? No, because Brandy knows her audience and she knows that white people and non-black people love that shit. If she gets popped and a popularity for it, whatever. But it's at the expense of the black community. She's going to enjoy whatever she gets because y'all like it. She's going to continue to come out there. Yeah, I call it code switching just for TV. It becomes a caricature, and it's not cool. The whole time she was with the Nightmare Collective, and that was a fail. And she had Uncle Awesome Kong next to her. I didn't hear her code switch when she was fucking that up and cutting them girls' heads off. The only time she wants to do that is when she feels like someone is fucking with her man who happens to be Cody Rhodes, who's a big white guy, a big white guy. You say something to Cody, his black woman coming out the back like, you ain't gonna talk about my man. You ain't gonna talk about my man. But if it's just a woman walking up to her like, listen, bitch, I don't like what's going on. She's like, well, you need to go ahead and deal with what you got to deal with. Notice that. I suggest they get somebody in that fucking writer's room that looks like Brandy and the other 4 black people that signed to AEW and help her. Because whatever this is, it ain't turning me on, and I guarantee you it turned a lot of black people off. This Wrestling Color Podcast. Hit me in the comments, tell me what you think. Later.